Hey everyone, back in the Performance Model 3 today, and we're going to test out the new software update 2020.4.1. We're going to cross the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Time is currently 4:44 p.m. on a Friday night, so I'm expecting a little bit of traffic on the approach to the Harbour Bridge. So this will be a really good test for navigate on Autopilot. So a quick disclaimer again, Autopilot is beta as always, hands on the wheel and eyes on the road, as is the law in New South Wales. So here we are, we're going to engage Autopilot right now. There we go. Wants to lane change straight away. No, I'm not going to let it.
Keep right to stay on M1 Talk City.
No, it still wants to lane change, so I don't want to do that. I'm just going to hang on tight because I want to go on this lane. Because I put in the nav the Opera House, and we're going to use the Kyle Expressway, which is this lane here. But then we have to go right very soon. So here we go. Lane change pretty well there, very nicely. Good. Okay, so here we are, 80 kilometers an hour on the Warringah Freeway, heading into the Sydney Harbour Bridge in the correct lane, which is the Kyle Expressway. So far so good. Not too much traffic yet. That blue line here indicates navigate on Autopilot. Now last time I was using this road on the previous software version, it kept wanting to go into the bus lane on the right. So we'll see what happens today, whether it sticks to this lane here. I'm hoping it does.
In 300 meters, keep left to take Harbour Expressway.
Yeah, it still wants to go on the bus lane. So nothing has changed too much from that point of view. I do want to stick in this lane because this is the Kyle Expressway lane. This is really good for private vehicles.
Now keep left to take Harbour Expressway.
Well, I am keeping left. Okay, well I only cancelled once that time, and yeah, that already is an improvement because, as you might have seen from my previous video, it kept wanting to go into the bus lane when I asked it to go on the Kyle Expressway. So that's a good thing. I'll take that as a win for now, because I only cancelled the lane once. Yeah, no, there it goes again. Okay, so that's twice. That's okay. That's fine. We'll keep in this lane. Let's see what happens. So it's following the car ahead of me quite nicely. So far so good. It'd be nice if EVs could use bus lanes. That'd be a nice little incentive for EV drivers. I'm going to turn the map upside down there so that we're following the direction that we're going on the map, heading southbound on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Just following the cars ahead of me here. Well, at least that's only 2 lane change cancels on this bit. There was a lot more before, from memory. So that's one good thing. So we're heading up to the old toll booths. All the tolling is now electronic, but the toll booths still remain. So that bit is a little bit hairy because the approach is quite tight. It worked last time, so I don't expect it not to work again. some taxis merging in from the left. See what happens here. Okay, that didn't affect me because I merged on ahead. You know what would be interesting actually? I just saw a keep clear sign on the road, just so that the taxis can merge. There'll come a time, I guess, when the car will recognize that, but at the moment it doesn't. That's fine. We're still in the early stages, mind you. We've only had Autopilot or Navigate on Autopilot since Christmas Day or Boxing Day, so it's barely been a month. Still early days. So I'm happy to stick in this lane. I know the queue is a bit longer in this one, but this is, I guess, the most direct lane without having to cut in and out. And that's fine, we've got a bit of time. This is, after all, a peak hour autopilot test. So you can expect some queuing, some stop-start traffic. I mean, that's the only way to test it, right? In real life conditions, if full self-driving is going to be an eventuality. Not sure why the car's not moving. I'm going to just give it a little bit of a pump on the accelerator here. Okay, so this car's merging now. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. We're happy in this lane. I wonder why I wanted to change lanes. That's interesting. Oh, by the way, I'm on average lane change mode, so I'll just show you the average. And that's like how frequent the car wants to change lanes. I've kind of given up on Mad Max. Just a little bit too much in and out for me, so I'll stick with average for now. Yeah, bit of phantom braking there. That's right, I'll give it a little bit of a pump with the accelerator, just to give it a bit of a nudge. Some lines on the road there which maybe it's freaking out over. It's all good. That's what the human is here for. To give it a bit of guidance. Not true autonomous driving yet. See the Harbour Bridge there ahead of us. Grand old lady of Sydney. Shouldn't be too much longer in this queue. As you can see, these are the old toll booths in the past where you had to drop coins to an operator, then a dish, then it became automatic tolling with the tags in our cars. And now we can even go through without a tag and it reads the number plate. That's how technology changes, people. So working pretty well so far. It's following the car ahead of me. Nice and slow. See, in stop-start traffic, it's actually quite pleasant with autopilot. Because you're just watching the road. Foot is just, you know, just above the accelerator pedal. Now this is interesting because the lanes are merging. Not sure what the car wants to do here. I'm just going to give it a little bit of guidance here, just to let it go forward a bit. Really wants to brake. Yeah, I think it's a bit confused. I'm just going to take over if necessary. Ooh, we wanted to accelerate there, so I just put the brake on, just as a safety precaution. I don't think it's happy with merging just yet, but now that I'm free of that merge, I will put it back on autopilot. Yeah, so I wasn't quite comfortable there because there were a couple of merging cars there. So again, if full self-driving is to become an eventuality, it's got to deal with merging vehicles a bit better than that. That's what we're here for, to take over in situations like that. Okay, so we are on the Kyle Expressway, which is the single lane part of the Harbour Bridge. I'll just put my speed limit down a bit to match. There we go, 70 kilometers an hour, which is about 40 miles an hour, I guess. No lanes on the road, by the way. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So it's just following the car ahead of me. Yeah. There we go. Now it's looking good. Very nice. Okay, so that's a bit of a smoother journey now. Okay, so now this road becomes the actual Kyle Expressway, which is the overpass over the Circular Quay, the touristy part of Sydney, I guess you can call it, with a nice view of the Opera House on our left coming up very shortly. I'm always ready to take over, by the way, so don't feel like I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Always concentrating. Definitely don't want it to go into that lane. That's the bus lane. I want it to stay in this lane. And
in 300 meters, keep left to stay on Carney Expressway.
So the nav is saying one thing, keep left. Let's see if Autopilot listens. Does what is directed. Here we go. Keep this lane, please.
Now keep left to stay on Carney Expressway.
Okay, good. Ignore that speed sign, it's actually 70. It's definitely 70 on this road. Alright, well the nav's saying the right thing, wants to go on Macquarie Street. That's fine by me. Don't want it to change lanes. I think it changed lanes last time I recorded this video. Because I had to stick in this lane to exit.
To take Macquarie Street, exit toward Macquarie
So far so good. I like this. Because it's going to finish up pretty soon. Take my exit. So far so good, I like this.
Now keep left to take Macquarie Street, exit.
No lane cancellations. Excellent. Alrighty. Brilliant. Well, that worked really well. Okay. It took the right exit, didn't do the yeah nah yeah thing. Alright, I'm going to cancel there because we're back on surface roads. That was good. I enjoyed that very much. Well, now I'm going to go back up north because I need to go to a function tonight. So I'm going to turn right on Macquarie Street. I'm going to show you the Opera House. And I guess this is kind of my test. You know, I live very close to the city. That's what I use to test Autopilot quite a bit. So yeah, you can sort of see the progression of how well it's going. So there's the Opera House there, guys, for our overseas and interstate visitors. And there's the Harbour Bridge, of course, on the left. That's what we were just on. Here we are. All right, well,
now your destination is on the left.
I'm going to replug my destination and I'll see you in 1 second. And we'll go back over the Harbour Bridge again, northbound. I'll see you in 1 second. Okie dokie, guys, I have plugged in a destination on the north side of the city now after doing that loop. And it's a good sign that the Navigate and Autopilot is available. So we shall see what happens when we cross the Harbour Bridge.
Conservatorium Road.
Last time the Harbour Bridge didn't have Navigate and Autopilot activated. So we'll see what happens this time. Once we get out of the city. Once I get on the Kyle Expressway again, I will activate Navigate on Autopilot. Okie dokie, so just merge onto this road here, the Kyle Expressway. Back on that nice road overlooking the Harbour Bridge and Opera House. On our right this time. Okay, so double tap the right stalk. Navigate on Autopilot is activated on the Kyle Expressway. Upcoming lane change, okay. Let it do its thing, it's fine. bit is really tricky, so I'm going to take over the wheel if I feel it's going to be unsafe at any time. So I'm just going to slow down a little bit because this bit does curve around. So here we go. That's fine. So far so good. Yeah, so this lane is ending, and that's fine. Not sure whether the car's going to detect that. Probably not, I would say. Sort of slowing down. Yeah, I think I'm going to take over very quickly. Yeah, I might take over now. Cancel that. And see the lane ending again, so yeah, not comfortable there. That's fine. Let's see whether Navigate on Autopilot works on this bit here. No, just basic auto. Oh no, Navigate on Autopilot is on the Harbour Bridge. Okay, so that is also new, guys. That wasn't available last time. So yeah, that's good. That's an improvement. Northbound Harbour Bridge Autopilot has been activated on the new update. Fantastic. So I've got a lane marking on my right, and I've got the train tracks on my left. Now, the Harbour Bridge is really tricky because the lanes don't always follow the direction. So what I mean by that is sometimes, depending on the time of day, there's 4 lanes, 3 lanes, 2 lanes, whatever, depending on the flow of traffic, and that's governed by the local road authority here. So that, I guess that makes me nervous if I'm in the far right lane. I don't know whether Autopilot has been programmed, or whether it's live. Certainly not keen to do that test just yet at this stage, but on the left lane I'm pretty happy because it's always northbound on the far left lane. So it wants the lane change, so it wants to be in the right lane, so I might let it do that at the next opportunity because this lane will exit otherwise. Okay, cool. That lane changed reasonably well.
Meters, keep right to stay on Bradfield Highway toward M1.
Yep, that's fine. I'll stick in this lane because I know this road exits to where I want to go. So no, I'm happy to go here. Actually, you know what? I might cancel it right now because I want to be in this left lane here.
Now keep right to stay on Bradfield.
Alrighty guys, well, that's enough excitement for me for one day. It was going to keep going there, but I know my destination is here, on this lane here. So, with local knowledge, I was happy to cancel Navigate on Autopilot. Alright guys, thanks for watching. As you can see, there were some improvements there on version 2020.4.1, which is good. I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, happy charging.